Ever wondered what it would be like to be reincarnated in your own novel, but not as the protagonist, not even as a powerful side character, but as a complete nobody? That's the premise of the author's POV by Entrail J.I. But does this unique setup actually deliver a compelling story, or does it just fumble the execution? Let's break it down. Our MC, a struggling author, dies and wakes up in the world of his own novel, except he's not the protagonist. He's a mob character, a background extra with no significance whatsoever. But that's exactly what he wanted. Why? Because the protagonist's life is a magnet for disasters, and the MC just wants a quiet, stable life. Unfortunately, fate has other plans, and he quickly finds himself caught up in conflicts and chaos he desperately tried to avoid. The premise is brilliantly meta. The MC knows exactly how the story unfolds and what dangers lie ahead, but he isn't the hero, nor does he want to be. Instead of aiming to become the protagonist, he actively avoids the limelight, trying to stay under the radar while still trying to survive. The concept allows for some clever, self-aware humor as the MC constantly mocks the clichés he himself wrote into the story. However, the execution fails to deliver on its promise. The author initially sets up a character who wants to stay out of trouble, but he's constantly thrown into the thick of it without much agency. The result? A protagonist who's more reactive than proactive, which can get frustrating for readers. Despite the self-aware setup, the story quickly falls into the very clichés it mocks. Overpowered love interests who somehow get tangled with the MC, despite his attempts to stay hidden. The MC getting humiliated repeatedly for comedic effect, to the point where it feels forced and repetitive. The supposed G-rank skill that was meant to help him maintain composure under pressure is forgotten almost immediately, rendering it a wasted plot point. For a novel that claims to subvert tropes, it leans heavily into them instead, making it feel like a bait and switch for readers expecting a truly subversive story. The MC is, frankly, a walking contradiction. He claims to want to stay out of trouble, but he constantly ends up in it, often due to his own poor decisions. He's portrayed as a coward who talks big but never delivers, constantly saying, "Just you wait," but with little to no payoff. His reactions to female characters are awkward and overly exaggerated to the point of being cringeworthy. Instead of being a likable underdog, he comes off as spineless and passive, making it hard for readers to root for him. One of the biggest missed opportunities is the lack of focus on the world itself. The MC is supposedly the creator of this world, yet he seems to have little understanding or control over it. We get glimpses of the protagonist and other major characters, but the focus remains on the MC's petty struggles, which don't add much to the larger plot. The world building is surface level, with minimal exploration of how things work or how the plot lines he wrote are affecting the world. For a story that is supposed to be self-aware, it feels like the author is unsure of where to take it, resulting in a meandering plot with no clear direction. The author's POV has a fantastic premise but squanders it with repetitive clichés, an inconsistent protagonist, and weak world building. The idea of a writer reincarnating as a mob character in his own novel is unique and promising, but the execution is far from satisfying. If you're looking for a comedy-heavy, self-aware fantasy that doesn't take itself too seriously, you might enjoy the banter and light-hearted moments. But if you're expecting serious character growth, meaningful world building, or genuine subversion of clichés, this one might leave you feeling frustrated. Rating 5 out of 10. Potential squandered, but it's not entirely without its charms. What do you think? Are you willing to give it a shot despite the criticisms, or is it a pass for you? Let me know in the comments below.